I am a massive fan of Backyardigans, so I thought I would go through each Backyardigan and rank all their roles from worst to best. And although I love all the Backyardigans, I do have a most favorite and I do have a last favorite. And unfortunately, Tasha is the last favorite. And I thought it'd be better to rank the Backyardigans from my least favorite to my most favorite, end with the one I like the most. But today we are going to be ranking all of Tasha's roles across the entire series. Let's get started. Alright, so first we have basic Tasha. Now, I'm going to put her an S. Although she is my least favorite, I still do appreciate her. She still has her great moments. The basic Tasha as she is, she's a good character. She's solid. Nothing too crazy there. Pirate Treasure Tasha. This actually is not canon. She did not appear in Pirate Treasure, but they did have the design made for all the promotional material and stuff. Heck, she even appears in the intro where they show little sequence of Pirate Treasure, which is kind of interesting. But I'm gonna rank this an A because I wish she was in Pirate Treasure. That would have been really cool to have all the Backyardigans be in the premiere of the show, but unfortunately we were one short. But it is what it is. We actually skip another episode. It isn't until episode 3 that she actually got introduced. She actually got her first proper role, and this is the Yeti. Now in this episode, I feel like she's kind of rude to Uniqua's, like, there's no such thing as the Yeti. I don't know about that. Yeah, probably like B. Just fine, but it's just kind of annoying. There's no such thing. Nah. Next we got Ski Patroller Tasha. I really enjoy her in this episode, Her and Uniqua are doing some good stuff, being the ski patrol out to rescue people even though there was no one to rescue. It's kind of funny seeing them, like, Pablo and Tyrone just needed help at the end. They just got scared and then Pablo and Tyrone just fall off the ladder. And then they just saved them when they fell into this. That was kind of funny. But yeah, pretty good role. It's great to be a ghost. She's not wearing any new outfits. It's basically just her same role. Yeah, she's pretty interesting. I'm probably going to put her a little bit above Ski Patrol. I think she was more interesting in this episode. But it was really funny to just see her get scared of Tyrone at the end. Like, Uniqua and Pablo just could not scare her. But then at the end, the one thing that scares her is just like the stereotypical ghost, which is just a sheet with 2 eyes on it. Is what scares her. Tyrone getting a sheet over his head.
Boo! It's a ghost! Get out of my way! It's a ghost!
That was really funny to me. Pretty funny. Cowgirl Tasha. Actually, no. She was pretty cool in the song. I'm gonna put her up here because there's an echo.
There's an echo.
In this canyon.
In this canyon.
She was really cool in that song. Yeah, not bad. Pretty cool. Princess Cleo Tasha. Now, initially, at the beginning of this episode, she's kind of a jerk to her servant Pablo, Austin, and Tyrone. Like, what the heck? Why are you being so rude? Why can't you just say please and thank you? But I'm gonna give her an A tier because that's what the episode was about. Lesson of the episode is about being polite. Just thanking the people that do good stuff for you. Just being polite and kind to everyone. And because she learned her lesson, I'm gonna put her here. I'm gonna put her at the top because she really did learn her lesson at the end of the episode. So yeah, I feel good about that high A tier placement for her. Queen Tasha, solid. Honestly, kind of even a little bit better than Princess Cleo Tasha because she's not as mean at the beginning. Yeah, I like her because she sends Uniqua on an awesome quest and Uniqua ends up becoming a knight. So she really did know what she was talking about. And yeah, it was just overall really awesome. But yeah, right there. Mermaid Tasha. Oh, gotta be S tier. Gotta be S tier. Viking Voyage is a classic episode, and my goodness, Mermaid Tasha was just really funny in this episode. Had a really cool song like mermaids are tough. It was kind of funny to see her swim around the ship and just tap it with her finger like she's got like super strength, and she's like, I've got you surrounded. Now sing me a song, Vikings. Yeah, really funny. It's great. Yeah, it's great. Questing Tasha. I'm gonna put her in low B. She's cool, but I don't know. There's nothing too memorable about her in this episode. She was okay. I mean, Quest for the Flying Rock is a pretty strange episode as is. I have pretty mixed feelings on it, but in terms of her, just fine. Yeah, right there. High B. That feels about right. Scientist Tasha. Yeah, cool. I want to put her above questing Tasha. Ugh, I don't know. I'll put her above for now. This was a cool episode. You know, Eureka, pretty cool. Uniqua and Tasha, they're looking for the dinosaur bones. And then Tyrone and Pablo, they're looking for gold. That was pretty cool to see. Yeah, right about there. I think so. And then we got Race Around the World Tasha. She's like not even in this episode. She's at the beginning and the end. She announces the race, the 4 race around the world, and then she's at the end. Like, didn't do anything. Yeah, that's a common trend with Tasha and Austin, is they'll often get the short end of the stick in terms of importance to the episode, and certainly in this episode she got the smaller end of the stick. But yeah, she's still good, but she's not very memorable in that episode. Cave Party Tasha, solid. I love her and Austin's little drumming song, like boom digga boom dig dig. Oh, that drumming sequence was sick. Cave Party episode is pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty good episode. I mean, not like my favorite, but still really good. But I love that song. That rhythm, like drumming.
Cave Company is coming.
Awesome. Oh boy, the high T Tasha, instant S tier. My goodness, what an episode.
You and me will have the perfect cup of tea, so lift your pinky, pip pip cheerio.
I mean, she made an adventure out of a tea party. I mean, here's the thing. This is one of the most interesting episodes of Backyardigans.
Pip pip cheerio.
But it's actually just really cool because, you know, the concept of them just not knowing what adventure they want to go on, that's just really cool. And, you know, them just kind of having to come up with something more simple, that was just really cool. And plus, this episode, high tea, wonderful. What else can I say? Alright, Mission Control Tasha. She didn't do much. She was just kind of there. I mean, it's fine. Like, her and Tyrone served their roles. They had to have mission control down on Earth, while Uniqua, Pablo, and Austin were heading up to Mars on the spaceship, but didn't do much, you know? Alright, she's alright. Empress Tasha. I enjoy Empress Tasha quite a bit. Where's my
Pie?
Yeah, pretty fine. Again, doesn't do much, but I think this is a more memorable episode. I think her outfit that she's got on is a lot cooler. You know, sometimes I rank these for like different factors, you know, how memorable they were in the episode, how prominent their role was, and sometimes even just plainly from stuff like the outfit. In this case, the outfit's just really cool. So I'm gonna put her right there. Mad Scientist Tasha is excellent. I love Mad Scientist Tasha. This is Tasha at her best. Like, she's doing this whole surprise party for Austin. That's just awesome to me, to see Tasha being so nice and kind. She's often really mean, but like when Tasha's nice, she's like really nice. I love seeing her in nicer roles, and she's doing such a nice thing for a friend, you know? And just seeing Austin, the joy in his eyes when he found out that Tasha planned this whole surprise party for him and they shout, "Surprise!" It's just awesome. Good job, Tasha. Good job. Lady Tasha, pretty solid. I think it's pretty cool how she made this whole mystery game for them. I think that was a pretty interesting concept, and honestly, if they didn't do detective episode Who Done It any other way, it probably would have been a bit darker, probably not as kid friendly. So I think that was a good way to do the mystery. But yeah, pretty good Tasha. Volcano Sister Tasha, not a huge fan. I love the episode. The episode is top tier, but her in the episode, of the 2 Volcano Sisters, they were a bit much, but her, I don't know, not the most enjoyable Tasha. So yeah, there's that. Ice Lady Tasha, I'll put you there. Actually, no, you're gonna go, yeah, you're gonna go right there. That was pretty cool. In the Secret of Snow, you know, making the world all icy and everything. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, not much else to say. Pretty alright, Tasha. Okay, Swamp Creature Tasha. Oh my gosh, this is among her worst. Bro, she is so freaking rude to Pablo and Uniqua in this episode. Like, chill out. They're doing their freaking best. They're going out of their way to make this swamp tour the best it can possibly be for you and Austin, and you're just being a freaking jerk. The customer is all freaking jerk. Okay, bottom tier. Blah. I don't like it. Don't like it. However, the next episode, Do-Gooder Tasha. Oh my goodness. You're gonna get top tier. Wow. We went from one of the worst Tashas to one of the best. It's in the name alone, Do-Gooder Tasha. Her just being the leader of this biker gang, but they do good stuff. They pick up the trash, they're watering plants, they're being good citizens, and they're trying to return the mail to Mailman Tyrone. That was just awesome. And she just gets high points for being a good person, a do-gooder. I love that. That's awesome. Miss T, wonderful side character in International Super Spy, you know, gives secret agent the missions and all that. She's got some pretty cool scenes in there. Yeah, pretty solid Tasha. T900. Where am I gonna put you? I don't know. I think I'll put you there. Yeah, that's about right. The Cops and Robots episode in itself was a pretty cool episode. It was interesting to see Tasha and Pablo as robots. That was very interesting design to have them be robots and have them be metallic. That was interesting. Yeah, she's alright. Medusa was really cool. Medusa.
Watch out. You better look sharp.
That scene was epic. That makes me love the game of freeze tag. Just that scene alone in that song, run, gotta dodge, gotta duck. That lady, run, gotta dodge, gotta duck.
Plus I gotta go unfreeze my birthday, otherwise we're out of luck.
It's great. It was a really cool take on Medusa, the freeze tag element. Definitely a more kid-friendly way to do it, but yeah, that's what I love about it. And yeah, really cool twist on Medusa. Exceptional Tasha. Really great. And then we got Fisher Woman Tasha. I'll put you... Actually, you're gonna go higher. You did more. Yeah, you'll go right there. I think it was pretty cool because honestly, I know this is weird for me to say when Tasha's usually the bossy one, but dude, Tyrone, Pablo, and Uniqua were overprotective in this episode. What the heck, bro? You are panicking about nothing. She's just going fishing, okay? Be on alert if anything goes wrong, but dude, you don't have to chase after her. She just wants to fish, all right? Give her a break. She wasn't in that dangerous of a spot. But yeah, she's pretty cool trying to catch the fish. There's some cool scenes with that. Solid. And then other mermaid Tasha. She's pretty cool. I'll put her right there. Into the Deep was it was a pretty cool episode. Underwater, but does not compare to the original Mermaid Tasha. Not even close. But yeah, pretty alright. Newsflash Tasha. Pretty cool. I'll put you there. Actually, want you above? Yeah, you can go above. Newsflash is a wonderful episode. Tasha didn't do much in it, but she's got a cool hairstyle. Had some pretty fun scenes. So yeah, go in the B tier. Giant Tasha. Love Giant Tasha. Giant Tasha is really sweet. Again, this is another instance of Tasha just absolutely being at her best. Just this nice giant that just wants to play with some friends. Awesome stuff, Tasha. Great job. Museum Tasha. Yeah, you're gonna go there because this is another instance of Tasha getting the short end of the stick, but at least in this episode, she appears at the beginning and end. She literally only appears at the beginning in this episode, and just don't get it. It's not easier to just like not include them, but yeah, it's alright. This, again, one of those forgettable roles, but alright. And then we have Western Tasha, the ping pong Tasha. You're pretty cool. I'll put you above T900, but just below Ice Lady. I really enjoy this episode a lot. It's one of my favorite episodes, to be honest with you. Just really cool concept. Tasha in this episode was pretty cool. A more secondary role, but it made sense, you know? Not every character had to be big, you know? All the characters got something to do in this episode. Solid one. All right, Garbage Trek Tasha. I very much enjoy this Tasha. You're gonna go up there. Garbage Trek was a really interesting episode, you know, mixing Garbage Truck with intergalactic Star Trek stuff. Really interesting. She's the captain of the spaceship. They're collecting trash from different planets. They're cleaning up the galaxy. And then the Moosians ship runs on garbage. So the Moosians are stealing all their garbage. Why do you care if the Moosians steal your garbage? They're still cleaning up. It's just going to power their ship. That's kind of funny. But yeah, all around a pretty good Tasha. And then we get East Asian Tasha from the episode Fly Girl, where Nick was doing the singing telegram. I don't like this Tasha. She can go up here. She was alright. She wasn't this bad, but she was a grump in this episode. I know that was the point, but yeah, definitely not one of her better roles. Alright, then we have Clean House Tasha from What's Bugging You, trying to keep the house clean. I think this Tasha is alright. I think you can go there. It was really cool to see her, you know, cleaning the house, trying to keep it clean, but then, you know, you got all the silly wormins, you know, the pest infestation of wormins. Wormins are awesome, bro. Wormins are legendary. I love Wormins. Wormins are great. But yeah, all around cool Tasha. And here comes the worst Tasha of all time. My goodness, what can I tell you? Oh my gosh, I literally despise this Tasha. Bro, Tasha, you are nothing but a whiny baby. You're just complaining about the job. Like,
I quit!
you have no determination, nothing going for you, and then you just want to quit. And then Unique was trying to cheer you up and trying to show you how awesome the job, and you're just like, no, it's so far. We can't deliver to Tyrone. It's so far away. I quit. It's too hard. No, absolutely not. That's even worse than this. Because here's the thing. At least Swamp Creature Tasha was determined. And at least she had some self-esteem. What's up with this I quit attitude? No, definitely not. Super Snap, on the other hand, is quite a solid Tasha. I'm gonna put her there. Front Page News was an excellent episode. By far, the best superhero episode of the superhero episodes we got. But Super Snap, that was a really cool concept. It's kind of like a play on Spider-Man and the Flash. Obviously, you have her working for a very J. Jonah Jameson-esque role that Pablo's playing, working for that guy, and then she takes pictures for him akin to Peter Parker, but then her secret identity is Super Snap, so she's got super speed, and when she snaps, she transforms into Super Snap and transforms back. Kind of like a play on Peter Parker and the Flash. Pretty cool. I like it. It's solid. The Flighty Fairy. I love the Flighty Fairy a lot. Are you gonna go above Do-Gooder? I love Do-Gooder Tasha, but Flighty Fairy was just awesome. Her song, Tweedledee, Tweedledee, I'm the Flighty Fairy, Tweedledee, Tweedledee, and just all that. Awesome. Again, Mighty Knights is just top tier. Holy crap. Mighty Knights was an excellent 2-part episode. And Tasha in this episode was, again, just at her awesomest. Awesome Tasha. Awesome. Now, tightrope walking Tasha from the Master of Disguise. Go, I don't know. I know she didn't do as much as this Tasha, but kind of boring. I think this Tasha would have fit better in a different episode than the Master of Disguise if we actually got a trapeze episode, whatever, or if it was included in the circus episode, it would have been better, but I don't know. It didn't make that much of an impact on me, so I'm gonna put her right there. And next, we have Goddess Tasha. I think Goddess Tasha is pretty cool. In the episode, she's a little bit cranky, you know, she's kind of busy with the weather and all, but yeah, I think this was a pretty cool Tasha. Having her, the goddess, I think Match on Mount Olympus is a pretty cool episode. Greek mythology is really cool, and yeah, it was a pretty cool Tasha. We got Rancher Tasha. You know, I enjoyed this Tasha. I enjoy this Tasha a lot. Yeah, you're gonna go right there. I enjoy Rancher Tasha quite a bit. It was an interesting episode. Ranch Hands from Outer Space. And I like how many unique concepts Backyardigan is just able to come up with. And, you know, kind of mix and mash things together. Kind of make nice new versions of things. It's really cool. But yeah, pretty cool. Filthingham Tasha, and he's alright. Didn't do much, but yeah, I'll put her there. Robin Hood the Clean, though, was a great episode. Yeah, I know a lot of these I've just been kind of skipping over. It's just a lot of these I really don't have that much to say about them. They're just kind of there. Even Tasha's a character. I don't have too much to say about Tasha. The other Backyardigans is another story. But again, I still love Tasha, but she is still the bottom of the Backyardigans. So that's another reason I just don't have too much to say. Captain Red Boots. This was a really cool concept. You're gonna go quite high. This was really cool. Just the ghost. It was kind of funny. Just the ghost because she doesn't have a red boot and then she wants it back. Pirate Camp was a really cool episode too. Really interesting concept having a camp where Pablo and Uniqua learn to be pirates. Really funny. But yeah, I like Tasha in this episode. Just pretty cool. Good stuff. And then we got Empress Tasha from Two Musketeers. Yeah, she's cool. I mean, I get it. She wants to be part of the group. But bro, I'm sorry. I know this is a little mean, but I can't help but laugh way too hard at Pablo and Tyrone. Absolutely roasting Tasha in that song.
We don't care. We don't care. We don't care for the Empress.
Oh boy, that was great. But yeah, alright, Tasha. Tyrone and Paula, classic duo. You just gotta roast her. We got library Tasha. She's going to check out books in the library. Nah, she's gonna go up there. I just like this outfit for Tasha Cooler. I like that hat on her, but I don't know. She was okay. Not every episode does the character have to have the biggest role, but yeah, another fine role for her. Just not as memorable, in my opinion. And then we got Citizen Tasha from Robot Rampage. And this is a fine Tasha. I think she'll go up here. Right under Ice Lady. Really cool Tasha. And then got a worse quality image of it. I'll just put it right next to it. I just wanted to get a better image of it. You can only see her on like the side of it. I don't know why it's like that instead of it being focused on her. That's kind of weird. She was pretty cool. Again, another supporting character. Always good to have the supporting characters. Yeah, cool. A trolley driver Tasha. Oh, that's actually a really cool outfit. Yeah, you're gonna get higher points for that. You're gonna go under Empress Tasha. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that outfit. The orange shirt, the black tie, the purple vest, the little conductor hat. I like that a lot. Explorer Tasha is quite nice. I quite enjoy Explorer Tasha. Follow the Feather is another awesome episode. And yeah, she was a great character. She was really good in the team. I really enjoyed her as part of the expedition team to find the flying purple polka dotted pony. And yeah, especially the singing's pretty cool and get some nice scenes. It's a really interesting episode. You know, the pony lost the feather and then it can't fly. And then they find the pony and then they put the feather back. Now the pony can fly. It's interesting. I like it. Yeah, go. That's Tasha. Why do you have... Well, why is this Tasha or Princess Leia? Well, what's up with that? I do really enjoy this Tasha. Breakout was another awesome episode. Uniqua and Tasha were really cool. The princesses trying to escape from the tower. Really cool stuff. They jump over lasers. You got the freaking rocket shoes or whatever. What is the point of having the characters have that if they're gonna use it at the end? That just, heck yeah, whatever. Breakout was a really cool episode. Tasha was cool in it. Again, it was really cool to see like their ninja moves, their sneakiness, their stealth. Some good stuff in there for Tasha. So yeah, go right there. Flappy the Elf. You're fine. You can go right there. You're pretty cool. Action Elf Save Christmas is a great Christmas special, but yeah, that's all it needs to be. Again, there aren't too many in S tier. You know, she's not my favorite Backyardigan. But you know, when her roles are good, you know, as good as they need to be, then yeah, she's a pretty good character. Flappy the Elf, you know, the flappy ear muffs on her hat. Yeah, she can go there. Senorita Tasha. Where are you going to go? Let's see. Senorita Tasha. Senorita Tasha. I'm not sure. I think you can go... I'll put you there. I'll put you over Explorer Tasha. That episode, Los Galacticos, while I like the Mexican theme and music, it wasn't the most interesting episode ever. I thought Guniqua and Gustin, the Gugors or whatever, I thought that was kind of a weird concept for the villains. It wasn't my favorite. I don't know. Episode kind of boring in some places. But I did like Tasha in it. Really cool hat. Nice on the guitar. Yeah, solid. Factory Worker Tasha, very, very good. You're gonna go right there, right under Super Snap. I really enjoy Factory Worker Tasha. That was a really cool episode, having the factory. Backyardigans has given us so many cool concepts. It's actually amazing how many episodes of Backyardigans we actually got within its run. It's crazy. Not the reboot. I got other thoughts on that. Stay tuned for an upcoming video. But yeah, I really do enjoy Factory Worker Tasha. It's interesting, you know, loses the pencil and then they have to get the pencil back and all that. Yeah, cool. Scientist Tasha. Yeah, you're fine. You can go down there. You barely appear. Elephant on the run. It is a pretty cool outfit though. Acorn Tasha. This is Tasha at her best. Yeah, you're gonna go just below this one. Again, that same concept of doing good and, you know, being an acorn, always helping those in need. You know, this kind of scouts, you know, this wilderness scouts group with Austin, Tyrone, Tasha. It was really cool. I love seeing concepts like that. And we got Jungle Girl. I enjoy Jungle Girl quite a bit. I think she'll go over... She can go above Princess Tasha. She was really interesting in this episode. I think the reason she's higher is probably just because she was more interesting with her powers and stuff. Being able to move like animals and like freaking shoot webs like Spider-Man at one point. Well, it's kind of funny that she can't fly like birds. Super ostrich power. And that she tries to fly like an ostrich, except ostriches can't fly. That's what Tyrone said. Ostriches can't fly. And then they have to catch her. It was funny. Yeah, great Tasha. And then Pop Tasha from the Big Dipper Diner. You can probably go there. A little bit above. Actually, I'm putting Ice Lady above Mermaid Tasha. What the heck? I thought she was already above. She in front of Newsflash too. What the heck? That's more like it. That's more like it. Not much to say. You know, an astronaut Tasha. We didn't really get much of an astronaut Tasha from the mission to Mars, so it was cool that Tyrone and Tasha, who were the mission control in the other episode, they actually got to go in space as more of a cop role, like Tyrone and Uniqua in cop cops and robots. That's cool. A lot of cool space episodes, actually. But yeah, pretty cool, Tasha. That's it, guys. That is every single role that Tasha has had ranked. There weren't too many because she was left out of quite a few episodes, but it's nothing compared to Austin. Austin was left out of way more episodes, but yeah, we got some pretty cool Tashas. I mean, of course, nothing beats high tea Tasha. Holy crap. What an awesome Tasha. And then we got Chichin Pizza Tasha. No. But yeah, that's all the Tashas, and I'll be doing all the other Backyardigans coming really soon. I'll be doing all the roles from the other respective Backyardigans. But I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you soon. Adios.